What's up, everybody? John from Homesteading Farm here. Oh, it's been a busy couple months. But today is like the first day where I feel like I could actually wear a sweatshirt, which is crazy because I feel like summer just got here. But it's actually now the end of July. But it has been so freaking hot the last few weeks and just so humid. We had a big rainstorm yesterday, so that cooled it down, which is nice. But so in today's video, I'm gonna give you all a little update on how our alpaca breeding is going, and maybe I'll even talk about how alpacas breed. I'll give you like the details, the deets, as it were. Because I'm sure you all want to know about that, right? That's why you watch Discovery Channel. That's why you watch Old Reading Farm. So when a mommy alpaca and a daddy alpaca love each other very much, but first, it's time for breakfast. Look at these two. Bless you. Cooper, Aspen. There's mi madre. All right. A little worried my coffee cup might have been in the crossfire, but everybody's been very nice this morning. All right, so everybody's gotten breakfast. This is a nice calm part of the morning. So when it comes to alpaca breeding, ladies, come on. There's like 6 extra feeders in here, but some of them just insist on eating out of the same one and then they get upset. Women, am I right? Just kidding. Please don't kill me. All right, so this is just me and my amateur experience. I'm not an expert in this. We've only been doing breedings for a couple of years. And so this is just my understanding of it. You know, my whole thing is I always try to explain it in sort of layman's terms as opposed to like super scientific terms. So there's a lot more information on the subject out there that you can get. There's tons of books and information on the internet. So if you're looking to start breeding, maybe start here, get a little bit of information, and then go do your own research, because this is not going to be like a full-blown explanation on how to breed alpacas. So when it comes to alpaca breeding, it's different than people, obviously, but one of the main differences is that the females go through what's called induced ovulation. Induced ovulation means that, you know, they don't have ovulation cycles like people do, where they menstruate once a month. So what happens is you take the male and you put him with a female, and the male makes this sound that's called orgling, which is terrifying. No, it's just, you know, it's a weird sound. And so I'll insert a clip here of what orgling sounds like. Weird sound, right? So what that does is that signals to the female that he's ready to mate, and if she also is ready to mate, she will lie down and she will start to ovulate, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? Got to fertilize the egg. So then The lady lies down, cushes, and the male, you know, does the male thing. And it's different because it's not like one. How can I put this without being like gross? Or everything is continuous with the male, so it's like he doesn't need to. It just I don't know how to say this. I hope this will make a good blooper reel, like right in the middle of, so when a daddy alpaca loves a mommy alpaca very much, they get together, she cushes, he does his thing with his little weird thing, and then 11 and a half months later, a baby's born. So hopefully that's good enough for you. I mean, we don't need to go into the gory details of how exactly it works, but the male does his orgling, he makes a weird sound, he gets on top of the female, as long as she's okay with it. And then what you do is, if the breeding was successful, 2 weeks later, if you bring that male to that female again, if she is pregnant, she will spit at him and not want to breed with him. So that's always a funny thing to tell people. People always get a kick out of that. It's like, how do you know if she's pregnant? Well, she spits at the man. Like we've all been there, right? No, just kidding. Take that out. What am I doing? What am I talking about? I'm losing my mind on this one. But anyway, so now that we've gone into the details, or I guess now that we've sufficiently avoided the details, so we have tried to breed several of our alpacas. So we've had 2 boys that we have in our breeding plan for this year. One of them is the guy, Carl. Who we got from our friend Dawn. And so he is Aspen's father. And so Aspen came out with such a cool coloring, like this beautiful rose gray and brown. Her mom is Maple. And, we'll probably insert a clip of them from when she was born here. But so Maple's another beautiful alpaca. She came to us from a farm in Vermont. She's black with some brown on her legs. And so those 2 created a beautiful baby. So we actually have one of the alpacas that we got from Rosehaven Farm. I don't know. Did you hear JoJo farting? That was pretty funny. So this is Belinda. And so you can see she's got sort of a very similar coloring to Maple. So we attempted to get Carl and Belinda together. But what happened was he just kind of chased her around the pen for a little while, and she wasn't feeling it. So that didn't work. And that's happened several times. It's one of those things that you can't really control. You can only put them together and sort of hope for the best. And, this is one of those things that 18-year-old John never would have imagined he would be doing. But here we are. Just out of reach. It's so frustrating because they're so fluffy and soft, but they hate being touched. And then like every once in a while they get close and they sneak up and you think maybe I can just give them a little pat on the butt. But no, they're just out of arm's reach. Anyway, so dogs are losing their mind for some reason. So we've tried with Belinda and we tried with several others, and some of them worked, some of them didn't. And what sort of happens is, so here's the process. So we have this big catch pen up here, and we have 2 pastures. So we have the grass that's right behind here, which is the original, our second pasture that we did. And then we have the dry lot over here, which is just wood chips. So what we would do is, in this catch pen, we'd get all the ladies out, except for the ones that we wanted to meet the boys. And then we would put halters on them. And then we would let all the other girls out into the dry lot. And then we would bring the boys in through this big gate down here. And then we would try to get the one, we would have Kevin in the grass and we'd have Carl in the catch pen. You know, it's just better to keep them separate. You know how boys get kind of, you know how it is. So, you know, best to keep them separate so they're not interfering with one another. And then they just sort of do their thing. You know, we hold the halters and try to guide them to where we want them to go. And then they do their thing, and hopefully we have babies next year. I mean, look at these things. They're so cute. And that's the problem. Like, you know, that's the problem, because they're just so cute. And it's just like, how could you not want more of these? What kind of monster wouldn't want more of these? Me, that's who. But anyway, so the alpaca gestation period is anywhere from 11 to 12 months. And possibly more than that. I guess they've seen, you know, alpacas be pregnant for more than a year. Which again, whenever we have visitors here and we tell, you know, moms that, they're always like, oh my God, that sounds awful. And yeah, it does kind of sound awful. But we have been lucky here. You know, we had to help with Cooper's birth because he had one leg stuck. So when alpacas give birth, you want to see the nose and you want to see their toes, because they come out with their 2 front feet facing out and their head facing out. So they come out like they're leaping forward. But so he had 1 foot out and 1 leg was stuck still inside Linda, his mom. So Catherine had to go in and help get that leg out. Once she got that leg out, it was like a water slide. He came flying right out, and everybody was happy and healthy. He was nursing. It was all good. And then when Aspen was born, it was basically another one of those like, oh, there's that. The alpaca's born. You know, we just came into the field one day and there she was. And then, so that was Maple. And Maple is also Felix's mom, who was the first baby born here. And we needed to sequester her and keep her separate from all the other girls when she first gave birth to Felix, because she wasn't nursing and she was not, the vet thought that she was maybe a first-time mom. So, but with Aspen, she was great right from the start, nursing, taking care of her. And it's so cute to see them with their moms, and then also like they hang out with each other, which is really nice. It's also nice that we had a girl. So far, you know, the first 3 births that we had on the farm were all boys. So those boys are no good, huh, Mags? Yeah. Anyway, so we've had some success. We've also had some failures. The last time we did a breeding, Petal spit directly into my face, knocked my glasses off. That was disgusting. Because the thing about alpaca spit is that it's not just spit. It's not just like hawking a loogie at somebody. It's like vomit. So it's like they spit vomit at you. And it smells terrible. So that was not a fun experience. And, you know, and the other funny thing about it is that while, you know, the 2 alpacas that we have selected to breed are doing their thing, some of the other girls like seem like they're into it, and they sort of mime it with themselves. So like Sophie and Lori is this white alpaca right here. Sophie is this white alpaca right here. So Sophie cushed, and then Lori got on top of her. And then we were like, okay, so maybe Sophie wants to breed. And then we tried to get her in here, and then she was like, oh no. So, because Sophie is on our list for Kevin. Because we have, so Carl, there's no chance that Carl is related to any of the alpacas here, with the exception of the 2 that he gave birth to, or that he fathered, you know, obviously. But so with Kevin is from Rosehaven Alpacas, and we have at least 7 alpacas from Rosehaven. And I know, looking at some of their records, they have like related parentage. So we don't want to breed a Rosehaven alpaca with a Rosehaven alpaca just in the off chance that they have relatives in the back. You know, we don't want to inbreed. So basically, Kevin can only get with the ladies who are not from Rosehaven alpacas. And then this year we're only breeding Carl to Rosehaven alpacas. Look at that little man. Look at this little man. Oh, ruined it. What do you think, Aspen? The alpacas are sick of my crap this morning. So hopefully we get some babies. We've had some successes and some failures, and some, it's hard, you know, it's difficult because we have to gather everybody together. We have to grab them. We have to halter them. We have to bring the boys up here. We have to sequester some of the girls. We have to halter them. So it is a big process, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's not the most fun experience. But, you know, if we... if we could get some more of those, I'm okay with it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too much of just me blabbing about alpaca breeding, but I mean, that's what this video is titled, right? I gotta tell you, I'm so happy with the grass over here, because it's so nice to see the alpacas on actual grass again. It's nice and peaceful this morning. It's very nice. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Please feel free to subscribe, leave us a comment, and like this video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below or send us an email. See you next time.